Imagine this. You wake up in the morning, and the sun is beginning to pour its soft light through your window. The warmth of the light feels like a promise that today holds the potential for something new. But as you sit up and stretch, you can't shake the feeling that something is missing. It's not an object or an event, but a deeper sense of fulfillment that you're craving. You've heard the word growth tossed around countless times, and yet it still seems elusive. What does it really mean to grow, to evolve into the best version of yourself? The truth is, the journey of self-improvement doesn't start with grand gestures or monumental moments. It begins with a quiet understanding that there is something more within you, waiting to be discovered. This is where your personal growth journey begins. Growth isn't just about getting better at one thing. It's about becoming a more complete version of yourself, one who can tap into their potential and fully embrace the possibilities that life offers. It's about turning the ordinary into something extraordinary, transforming the life you have into the one you've always wanted. So, how does this transformation begin? The first step is simple yet powerful, acknowledging that you are constantly changing. Growth isn't a static concept. It's a continuous process that requires awareness and action. Think about the last time you tried to achieve something significant. Perhaps you were aiming for a new career milestone, improving your health, or even working on a personal relationship. No matter the goal, the effort required to grow often feels uncomfortable, as if you're stepping outside of your comfort zone and challenging what you thought was possible. But that discomfort is the very thing that signals progress. If you're not changing, you're stagnant, and stagnation leads to frustration. Mark Twain famously said, "20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do." This quote isn't just about taking risks or going on adventures. It's about growth. The things you haven't attempted, the opportunities you haven't seized, and the potential you haven't tapped into are the things that will haunt you far more than any failures or missteps. Growth doesn't always look perfect. Sometimes it's messy, uncertain, and full of miscalculations. But every attempt brings you closer to understanding who you are and what you're capable of. Now, you might be thinking, but what does it really take to improve myself? Where do I even begin? This is where most people get stuck. We live in a world filled with distractions, comparisons, and societal pressures that tell us what success should look like. But true self-improvement isn't about fitting into a mold or meeting someone else's standards. It's about creating your own. It's about identifying what brings you joy, what sparks your passion, and what makes you feel alive. From there, you can start setting intentions that are rooted in your unique desires and goals. Self-improvement is a powerful force. It's not just about becoming more productive, healthier, or wealthier. At its core, it's about enhancing your life in a holistic way. The physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual aspects of who you are must all be nurtured. Imagine a garden. It doesn't grow if only one type of plant is watered or cared for. Every part of the garden, every plant, every flower, every tree needs attention, just as every aspect of your being does. To achieve true growth, you must recognize that you are multifaceted and all parts of you deserve care. Let's start with your health, both physical and mental. You might be thinking, what does health have to do with my personal growth? Everything. Your body and mind are inextricably linked. If your physical health is neglected, it affects your mental clarity, emotional resilience, and even your spiritual well-being. Imagine waking up every day feeling energized, focused, and at peace with your body. That sense of vitality isn't just about looking good. It's about feeling your best, so you can take on whatever challenges come your way. When you invest in physical health, you're laying the foundation for every other area of your life to thrive. But self-improvement isn't only about hitting the gym or eating healthy. It's about cultivating a mindset that supports growth. Your mental health and emotional well-being are just as important as your physical state. If your thoughts are clouded with stress, doubt, and negativity, it becomes nearly impossible to move forward. Building resilience, practicing mindfulness, and learning to manage your emotions are all part of this mental and emotional growth. The work you do on your mind directly influences how you approach life's challenges, how you handle relationships, and how you pursue your passions. This is where the magic of self-improvement truly starts to unfold. As you begin to work on yourself, focusing on your health, mindset, and emotional stability, you start to see the world differently. Opportunities seem more attainable, challenges appear more surmountable, and you gain a clearer understanding of your purpose. And once you feel aligned in these areas, the external world can't help but shift in response to the inner transformation you're cultivating. It's crucial to remember, though, that the path to self-improvement isn't linear. There will be moments when progress feels slow or when you encounter setbacks. But this is part of the process. Growth isn't a destination, it's an ongoing journey. The key is to embrace the process, knowing that even when things don't go as planned, you're still moving forward. Each small step, each new habit, each shift in mindset compounds over time, and eventually, you'll look back and realize how far you've come. So, how do you start? Begin with self-awareness. Take a moment to reflect on where you currently are in life, what's working, what's not, and where you want to go. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What areas of your life need more attention? By taking an honest inventory, you gain clarity on where to focus your efforts. From there, set small, achievable goals that align with your larger vision for personal growth. These goals should be specific, measurable, and meaningful to you, not based on what others expect or what society tells you to strive for. Remember that the journey of self-improvement doesn't require perfection. It requires consistency. The small choices you make each day to better yourself, whether it's taking a walk, reading a book, practicing mindfulness, or building meaningful relationships, will add up over time. Eventually, you'll find that the person you are today is far beyond the person you were yesterday, and the person you'll become tomorrow will be even better. In the next section, we'll explore the key areas of self-improvement in more detail, breaking down how health, relationships, career, and personal development work together to create a balanced, fulfilling life. But for now, take a moment to reflect. Are you ready to start this journey? Are you willing to step outside your comfort zone and embrace the process of growth? No matter how challenging it may seem at times, it all starts with that first step and the courage to take it. Self-improvement is not a one-dimensional pursuit. It touches every area of our lives. And understanding the key areas for growth is essential to becoming the best version of yourself. This journey doesn't just focus on physical health or career success. It encompasses your relationships, emotional well-being, mental clarity, and your ability to adapt to life's changes. It's about creating a life that is balanced and fulfilling, where every aspect of your being is nurtured. Let's take a deeper dive into these key areas and how they work together to shape your life. We often hear that health is wealth. But what does this really mean? Health isn't just the absence of illness. It's the state in which your body and mind work in harmony, giving you the energy and strength to pursue your dreams. Physical health, mental health, and emotional health are intertwined in ways that we sometimes take for granted. Each one affects the others. When one is out of balance, the others often suffer as well. If you're not taking care of your body, it's hard to maintain a clear and positive mindset. Similarly, if your mind is clouded with stress, it can manifest physically as fatigue or even illness. To truly grow, it's essential to prioritize health in a holistic way. Start by listening to your body. It's telling you what it needs, whether it's exercise, rest, nutrition, or a mental break. Regular exercise doesn't have to mean spending hours at the gym. Even a 20-minute walk or light yoga session can help boost your energy, clear your mind, and improve your mood. Exercise isn't just about looking good. It's about feeling good and enhancing your mental resilience. A healthy body gives you the foundation you need to tackle the challenges that life throws your way. In addition to physical health, your mental health plays a significant role in your overall well-being. Mental health isn't something to ignore or brush aside. It deserves just as much attention as your physical health. One of the biggest aspects of mental health is stress management. Life can often feel overwhelming, and without the proper tools to cope, it can affect not only your mind, but also your body. That's why learning techniques like meditation, journaling, and mindfulness can have a profound impact on your mental clarity and emotional stability. These practices help you slow down, focus, and manage your thoughts, creating the space needed for reflection and growth. Lastly, emotional health is key to self-improvement. Our emotions can sometimes act as barriers to personal growth if left unchecked. Anger, fear, resentment, and guilt can cloud our judgment and prevent us from making progress. Emotional health involves recognizing these feelings, understanding their origins, and finding healthy ways to process and release them. This might mean seeking therapy or simply developing a better emotional vocabulary to express yourself. It's about building emotional resilience, the ability to face life's challenges with calm and strength, no matter what comes your way. Human beings are social creatures by nature, and the relationships we form with others play a critical role in our growth. At the core of self-improvement is the understanding that we are deeply connected to the people around us. These connections can lift us up or hold us back. So, it's essential to cultivate relationships that align with our growth and aspirations. Start by evaluating the relationships in your life. Are they supportive? Do they nurture you, or do they drain you? Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, understanding, and shared values. If you're surrounded by people who encourage you, who inspire you to be your best self, your chances of personal growth increase exponentially. Positive relationships provide emotional support, create a sense of belonging, and motivate you to keep moving forward. However, relationships can also be a source of stress if they are toxic or unbalanced. If you find that certain people in your life bring out negative emotions or hold you back from pursuing your goals, it may be time to reassess those connections. It's important to set boundaries and communicate openly with those around you. Surround yourself with people who understand your goals and support your journey, but also be willing to let go of relationships that no longer serve your well-being. Equally important is learning how to improve the relationships you already have. whether it's with a romantic partner, family, friends, or colleagues. Fostering strong connections requires effort and intention. Open communication, empathy, and active listening are essential in creating deeper, more fulfilling relationships. Take the time to invest in the people who matter most to you, and don't forget to show appreciation for their presence in your life. The more you nurture your relationships, the more you'll see them flourish, which in turn will support your own growth. One of the most significant areas of personal development is our careers. We spend a large portion of our lives at work, so it's only natural that we want to feel fulfilled and successful in this aspect of our lives. But career growth isn't just about climbing the corporate ladder or earning more money. It's about aligning your work with your values, passions, and long-term goals. Self-improvement in your career starts with understanding what drives you. What are you passionate about? What skills do you want to develop? By focusing on your strengths and areas of interest, you can create a path that feels authentic to you, rather than simply following a prescribed path that others have laid out. It's easy to get caught up in the idea of success based on external measures, status, salary, and titles. But true career fulfillment comes when you find purpose and meaning in your work, whether it's through making a difference in the world, pursuing a creative passion, or building something of value. To achieve career growth, you must also be proactive in developing new skills and expanding your knowledge. This could mean taking on new challenges, seeking out additional training, or networking with mentors who can guide you. Be open to learning and growing, and don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone. Every challenge you face at work is an opportunity for growth, whether it's tackling a complex project, negotiating a raise, or mastering a new tool. By embracing these challenges, you're not only advancing your career, but also growing as a person. Don't forget that career growth is also about balance. It's easy to fall into the trap of overworking or neglecting other areas of your life in pursuit of professional success. But true fulfillment comes when you can balance your career aspirations with your personal well-being. Prioritize time for family, friends, hobbies, and self-care. A balanced approach will not only make you more effective in your work, but will also contribute to your overall happiness and well-being. Financial well-being is another important area of self-improvement that often goes overlooked. We live in a world where financial stress is common, but gaining control over your finances can provide a sense of security and freedom that allows you to pursue your goals without unnecessary worry. Financial health doesn't necessarily mean having a vast fortune. It means being able to manage your money wisely, plan for the future, and create a stable foundation for your life. To improve your finances, start by gaining a clear understanding of your current financial situation. Are you living paycheck to paycheck? Or are you able to save and invest for the future? Take the time to create a budget, track your expenses, and set financial goals. Whether it's paying off debt, saving for a vacation, or investing for retirement, having clear financial goals will guide your actions and decisions. The key to financial growth is discipline. This means being mindful of your spending habits, living within your means, and making intentional choices about where your money goes. But financial growth isn't just about cutting back on expenses. It's also about increasing your income and investing wisely. Look for opportunities to increase your earning potential, whether through a side hustle, asking for a raise, or acquiring new skills that make you more valuable in the job market. Financial freedom comes when you make your money work for you, rather than being controlled by it. Self-care isn't just about pampering yourself. It's about taking intentional actions to protect your well-being. It's about prioritizing your physical, mental, and emotional needs so that you can show up as the best version of yourself in all areas of life. Taking care of yourself doesn't just mean spa days or occasional breaks. It's about consistently practicing habits that promote well-being and prevent burnout. Incorporate daily self-care rituals that nourish your body and soul. This could mean practicing gratitude, engaging in a hobby you enjoy, setting aside time for reflection, or simply resting when you need to. It's important to remember that self-care is not selfish. It's essential for your growth. When you take care of yourself, you're better able to take care of others, pursue your goals, and contribute to the world around you. As you move forward on your self-improvement journey, remember that the process is ongoing. Health, relationships, career, finances, and self-care are all interconnected, and working on one area will often benefit the others. The more you focus on growing in these key areas, the more you'll feel a sense of balance and fulfillment in your life. At the heart of self-improvement lies the pursuit of inspiration and motivation. These two elements fuel the fire of growth, propelling you forward even when obstacles seem insurmountable. You can have all the skills and knowledge in the world, but without a steady source of motivation, even the best intentions can fall by the wayside. So, how do you sustain motivation? How do you keep the spark alive when the initial excitement begins to fade? The key is finding inspiration in both the external world and within yourself. One of the most powerful ways to fuel your journey of growth is by surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals. These are the people who challenge you, inspire you, and push you to achieve more than you ever thought possible. The power of community cannot be overstated, whether it's friends, family, mentors, or colleagues. Being part of a network that shares similar values and goals can elevate your personal development in ways you never imagined. Think about the people who motivate you. Who are the individuals you admire? What is it about them that sparks something inside of you? These people are more than just role models. They are living proof that growth is possible. You don't have to look far to find inspiration. Sometimes, all it takes is a conversation with someone who has been through a similar journey, or reading about someone who has overcome significant challenges to reach their goals. When you see others doing extraordinary things, it reminds you that you are capable of doing the same. Finding a mentor can also be a game changer. A mentor is someone who has walked the path you wish to travel and can guide you through the inevitable challenges that come with personal growth. Whether they're offering advice on career decisions, personal development, or simply providing emotional support, a mentor can help you navigate your journey with greater clarity. A mentor helps you stay accountable, encourages you when you feel doubtful, and provides invaluable insight based on their own experiences. But mentors don't always have to be people you know personally. You can find mentors in books, podcasts, or even online courses. In many ways, the right mentor can be anyone who shares their wisdom in a way that resonates with you. The key is being open to learning from others and allowing their experiences to inspire and shape your own. While external sources of inspiration are important, the most enduring motivation comes from within. Self-motivation is the force that keeps you going when there's no one around to cheer you on. It's the quiet drive that fuels your actions, even on days when you feel tired or unmotivated. But how do you cultivate self-motivation? Start by identifying your why. Why do you want to grow? What's the purpose behind your goals? Without a clear sense of purpose, it's easy to get lost in the day-to-day grind and lose sight of why you're putting in the effort. When your why is deeply connected to your values and passions, it serves as a powerful source of motivation that keeps you focused and driven. Your purpose becomes the anchor that holds you steady when external circumstances try to knock you off course. Another key to self-motivation is setting clear, actionable goals. Goals provide a roadmap for your growth, giving you something tangible to work toward. But more than that, they create a sense of accomplishment and fulfillment as you achieve them. Break your larger goals into smaller, manageable tasks and celebrate each milestone along the way. The sense of progress, no matter how small, fuels the desire to keep going. Additionally, it's important to develop the habit of positive self-talk. We all have an inner voice, and how we choose to interact with that voice can significantly impact our motivation. When faced with challenges, it's easy to fall into a pattern of negative thinking. I can't do this. I'm not good enough. Or I'll never make it. These thoughts are barriers to growth. To cultivate self-motivation, you need to reframe those thoughts into positive affirmations. Tell yourself, I am capable. I am worthy of success. And every step forward is progress. By shifting your mindset, you can transform obstacles into opportunities for growth. To truly understand motivation, it's helpful to explore the psychological framework known as Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Developed by psychologist Abraham Maslow in 1943, this theory posits that human needs are arranged in a pyramid, with basic physiological needs at the bottom and self-actualization at the top. Each level of the pyramid represents a different level of motivation, and Maslow suggested that we must meet the lower-level needs before we can pursue higher-level ones. At the base of the pyramid are the physiological needs: food, water, shelter, and safety. Once these basic needs are met, we are motivated to seek out love and belonging. This includes forming relationships, friendships, and emotional connections. Above that, we move to esteem needs, which involve gaining respect, recognition, and a sense of accomplishment. At the pinnacle of the pyramid is self-actualization, the realization of one's full potential. This is the ultimate level of motivation, where you are driven not by external rewards, but by an inner desire to fulfill your purpose and live authentically. Understanding where you are in Maslow's hierarchy can give you insight into what drives you at any given moment. Are you focused on securing your basic needs? Are you seeking love and connection? Or are you striving for personal fulfillment and self-actualization? Knowing where you are in the hierarchy can help you prioritize your goals and better understand what motivates you. Self-actualization is often described as the ultimate form of growth, and it's the goal of many who embark on the path of self-improvement. At this stage, you are no longer driven by the need for external validation, but by the deep intrinsic desire to live in alignment with your true self. Achieving self-actualization means reaching your fullest potential in all aspects of life: intellectually, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. It's the pinnacle of personal growth, and it's the ultimate reward for those who commit to the journey of self-improvement. While external sources of inspiration can give you a boost, true motivation comes from within. It's about listening to your inner voice and trusting your intuition. Intuition is a powerful tool for self-growth. It's the quiet wisdom that guides you when you don't have all the answers. But in order to tap into this wisdom, You must learn to quiet the noise of the outside world and listen to your inner self. One of the best ways to connect with your intuition is through mindfulness. By practicing mindfulness, you can become more attuned to your inner thoughts and feelings. Meditation, deep breathing, and journaling are all ways to quiet your mind and create space for your intuition to speak. The more you practice mindfulness, the easier it becomes to tap into your inner wisdom and trust your gut. As you cultivate this connection with your intuition, you'll find that motivation flows more naturally. Instead of relying on external factors to push you forward, you'll be able to rely on your own internal compass. This sense of self-assurance can make the difference between success and failure. Because when you trust your intuition, you are more likely to take bold action and stay committed to your goals. It's inevitable. There will be times when motivation wanes. There will be days when you don't feel like getting out of bed, when your goals seem too distant, and when obstacles feel too big to overcome. But it's precisely during these times that your ability to stay inspired will be tested. When motivation dips, it's important to return to your why. Reconnect with the reasons you started your journey in the first place. Reflect on the progress you've made, no matter how small, and remind yourself that every step forward is a victory. Remember that growth doesn't always look glamorous. It's often the quiet, consistent work that leads to the most profound changes. During tough times, it's also essential to practice self-compassion. Be gentle with yourself and acknowledge that setbacks are a natural part of the growth process. Give yourself permission to rest, recalibrate, and try again. Your journey towards self-improvement is not a sprint. It's a marathon. And the key to success is persistence. Inspiration and motivation are not finite resources. They are renewable. The more you cultivate them within yourself, the more you'll find that they fuel your growth and guide you toward your full potential. Whether you draw inspiration from others or from within, the important thing is to stay connected to the source of your drive. Keep your why close to your heart. Stay true to your goals and trust in the journey. Self-improvement is a continuous process, and as you move forward, you'll find that your motivations evolve, deepen, and become even more aligned with your authentic self. The road ahead may not always be easy, but it will be worth every step you take. Now that we've explored the importance of finding and sustaining motivation, the next critical step on your self-improvement journey is developing a growth mindset. Your mindset is the lens through which you view the world, your abilities, and the challenges that come your way. It is the foundation upon which your growth is built. But what does it mean to have a growth mindset, and how does it impact your journey? To understand the growth mindset, it's important first to grasp the concept of the fixed mindset. Psychologist Carol Dweck, who pioneered the research on these two mindsets, defines a fixed mindset as the belief that your abilities, intelligence, and talents are fixed traits that cannot be changed. People with a fixed mindset often feel that they must prove themselves constantly and avoid challenges for fear of failure. They tend to give up easily when faced with obstacles and may feel threatened by others' success. In this mindset, failure is seen as something to be avoided at all costs, and success is tied to innate ability rather than effort. In contrast, a growth mindset is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through hard work, perseverance, and learning. People with a growth mindset embrace challenges as opportunities for growth, viewing failure as part of the process. They understand that progress is made through effort, resilience, and learning from mistakes, not by relying on fixed abilities. A growth mindset fosters an attitude of lifelong learning, adaptability, and the belief that success is earned, not given. The most powerful part of a growth mindset is its flexibility. No matter where you start, a growth mindset allows you to evolve and reach your highest potential. It's not about being perfect or avoiding mistakes, but about continuously improving, learning from each experience, and using setbacks as stepping stones toward success. One of the hallmarks of a growth mindset is perseverance. It's the ability to keep going, even when progress feels slow and obstacles seem insurmountable. There will be moments on your journey where you feel like giving up, when you question your capabilities or doubt your progress. But this is exactly when your growth mindset will kick in, and perseverance will become your greatest asset. Perseverance is what keeps you going when the path isn't smooth. It's what drives you to keep improving, to keep pushing through the tough times, and to stay focused on your long-term goals. Perseverance doesn't mean you won't face struggles or failures. It means you keep going, learning from every mistake, and never giving up. In fact, many of the world's most successful people have failed repeatedly before reaching their achievements. It's their ability to persevere through those failures that has ultimately led to their success. Think about Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. When asked about his failures, he famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His mindset was one of relentless determination, and it was that perseverance that led to his groundbreaking success. The same is true for you. Each challenge, each failure, and each moment of doubt is simply a part of the journey that will lead you to greater heights. To cultivate a growth mindset, you must also practice reflection and self-awareness. These two tools are essential for understanding your current abilities, recognizing your progress, and identifying areas for improvement. Self-reflection involves taking a step back and evaluating where you are, how far you've come, and where you want to go next. Regular self-reflection allows you to assess whether you're on the right path and whether your actions align with your goals. It's about asking yourself the tough questions. Are you truly putting in the effort required to reach your goals? Are there areas where you're holding back or resisting change? What habits or mindsets do you need to shift in order to continue growing? Reflection also involves acknowledging your successes, no matter how small. Celebrating progress is essential for building confidence and maintaining motivation. Every milestone, no matter how minor it may seem, is a testament to your dedication and growth. By acknowledging these achievements, you reinforce the belief that you are capable of achieving your goals and that your efforts are leading to positive outcomes. One of the key aspects of a growth mindset is the willingness to embrace challenges. Challenges are often seen as obstacles, but with the right mindset, they can be viewed as opportunities for growth. Instead of avoiding difficult situations, people with a growth mindset seek them out because they know that overcoming challenges leads to greater strength, resilience, and learning. When you encounter a challenge, your reaction matters. Do you shy away from it, fearing failure? Or do you approach it with curiosity and determination, seeing it as an opportunity to learn and grow? Those with a growth mindset understand that challenges are an essential part of the process. They use challenges to stretch their limits, develop new skills, and ultimately improve themselves. The more challenges you embrace, the more opportunities you'll create for growth. This doesn't mean that challenges will be easy or that you will always succeed right away. What it does mean is that when you face difficulties, you don't give up. You analyze the situation, learn from it, and use the lessons to improve. With each challenge, you become more equipped to handle the next, and each victory, no matter how small, builds your confidence and strengthens your mindset. In today's fast-paced world, adaptability is a crucial component of personal growth. The ability to adapt to changing circumstances, new information, and unexpected challenges is what allows you to thrive in an ever-evolving environment. Those with a fixed mindset often struggle with change. They resist it, fear it, and try to avoid it. But those with a growth mindset embrace change because they understand that it is necessary for progress. Adaptability involves more than just reacting to external circumstances. It also means being open to changing your approach when necessary. If something isn't working, those with a growth mindset will reevaluate their methods, learn from their mistakes, and adjust their strategies. Instead of seeing failure as a final judgment on their abilities, they see it as feedback that helps them grow. This adaptability is what enables you to continue progressing, even when things don't go according to plan. As you work on cultivating a growth mindset, remember that it's a lifelong journey. It's not about reaching a fixed destination, but about continuously evolving and improving. Embrace the process of growth and see each step as an opportunity to become a better, more resilient version of yourself. One of the most significant aspects of a growth mindset is the commitment to lifelong learning. With a growth mindset, you understand that there is always more to learn, no matter how much knowledge or experience you already have. Life is full of new opportunities, and the desire to learn is what keeps you moving forward. Lifelong learning doesn't necessarily mean formal education or certifications. It can also include self-study, reading books, exploring new interests, or seeking out experiences that challenge you. Every experience, whether it's a success or a failure, provides valuable lessons that can enhance your personal and professional growth. The key is to remain open to learning, no matter where you are in life. The growth mindset is the cornerstone of self-improvement. It is the belief that your abilities and intelligence are not fixed, but can be developed through effort, perseverance, and learning. Embracing this mindset opens the door to continuous growth and transformation. It encourages you to face challenges head-on, learn from mistakes, and adapt to new situations. By cultivating a growth mindset, you empower yourself to take control of your future and unlock your full potential. Remember, growth is not a destination, it's a journey. And with a growth mindset, you are equipped to face any obstacle, adapt to any change, and keep pushing forward toward the best version of yourself. The path may not always be easy, but the rewards of embracing a growth mindset are immeasurable. Having a growth mindset is essential, but it's only one piece of the puzzle. As we dive deeper into the process of self-improvement, one of the most crucial aspects to consider is your overall well-being: physical, mental, and emotional. These areas are deeply interconnected, and achieving balance in all three is key to a fulfilling and successful life. Let's break down the importance of each and explore how you can enhance your physical, mental, and emotional health to build a strong foundation for personal growth. Your body is the vehicle through which you experience the world. It's the one thing that carries you through life, and if you don't take care of it, it can be incredibly challenging to achieve any form of success. Physical well-being is not just about how you look. It's about feeling good and having the energy, strength, and vitality to pursue your goals. A crucial first step in taking care of your physical health is to develop a consistent routine that includes regular exercise. Exercise doesn't just build muscles or improve cardiovascular health. It has profound effects on your mental and emotional health as well. Physical activity has been shown to reduce stress, improve mood, and even boost cognitive function. When you exercise, your brain releases endorphins, which are often referred to as the feel-good hormones. These natural chemicals help combat stress and anxiety, leaving you feeling more balanced and ready to tackle challenges. But exercise is only one part of the equation. Nutrition plays a major role in how you feel and function. A balanced, nutrient-dense diet provides the fuel your body needs to perform at its best. Eating a variety of whole foods, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats can boost your energy levels, improve your immune system, and even enhance your mood. By focusing on eating well, you're not only nourishing your body, but also ensuring that you have the strength and stamina to pursue your personal development goals. Sleep is another crucial factor in maintaining physical well-being. Many people underestimate the power of a good night's sleep, but it's during sleep that your body repairs itself, consolidates memories, and rejuvenates for the day ahead. If you're not getting enough rest, it's easy to feel fatigued, irritable, and unmotivated. Prioritizing sleep allows you to function at your best, both physically and mentally, and gives you the energy you need to stay on track with your goals. Lastly, hydration is key. The human body is made up of over 60% water, and every cell in your body requires water to function properly. Drinking enough water helps maintain energy levels, supports digestion, and keeps your skin looking fresh. When you're hydrated, you're better equipped to handle stress and perform at your highest level. While physical health provides the foundation, mental health is what drives you to achieve your personal growth goals. A clear and focused mind is essential for success, and your mental well-being directly influences your ability to make decisions, solve problems, and stay motivated. One of the most important aspects of mental health is managing stress. Life is full of stressors: work deadlines, relationship challenges, financial pressures, and more. But stress, if not managed effectively, can have negative effects on both your mind and body. Chronic stress can lead to burnout, anxiety, and even physical health issues, such as high blood pressure and weakened immune function. To manage stress effectively, it's important to incorporate mindfulness practices into your daily routine. Mindfulness is the practice of staying present in the moment and being aware of your thoughts and feelings without judgment. You can practice mindfulness through meditation, deep breathing exercises, or simply by taking a few moments throughout the day to check in with yourself and observe your thoughts. Mindfulness helps you stay calm, centered, and focused, even when life gets chaotic. Another vital aspect of mental health is developing emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, EQ, is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your emotions, as well as the emotions of others. People with high EQ tend to have better relationships, are more effective in their careers, and are more resilient in the face of adversity. To boost your EQ, practice self-awareness by identifying and labeling your emotions, practicing empathy towards others, and developing strategies to manage your emotions effectively. Emotional intelligence is a skill that can be developed over time, and it's one that will support your overall growth. Mental well-being also involves fostering a positive mindset. Your thoughts shape your reality, and if you focus on negativity, it's easy to feel stuck. Practice reframing negative thoughts into positive ones. For example, instead of thinking, "I can't do this," try thinking, "I haven't mastered this yet, but I will with time and practice." By focusing on the positives and viewing challenges as opportunities for growth, you can rewire your brain to see setbacks as temporary obstacles rather than insurmountable barriers. Emotional well-being is the ability to understand, express, and manage your emotions in a healthy way. It's about creating balance in your emotional life so that you can navigate the ups and downs of life without feeling overwhelmed. Emotional well-being is not about being happy all the time. It's about acknowledging your emotions and knowing how to respond to them constructively. One of the first steps in nurturing emotional well-being is learning how to process your emotions. Many people suppress their feelings, either because they don't want to confront them or because they feel that certain emotions are wrong or bad. However, avoiding emotions can lead to them building up, eventually causing emotional outbursts or even physical health issues. Instead of suppressing emotions, practice acknowledging them. When you're feeling sad, angry, anxious, or frustrated, give yourself permission to feel those emotions fully. Name the emotion you're experiencing, and then reflect on where it's coming from. Are there any underlying fears or unmet needs that are triggering this emotion? Once you understand the root cause, you can begin to address it in a healthy way, whether that means having a difficult conversation, setting boundaries, or engaging in self-care. Building emotional resilience is another important aspect of emotional well-being. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity and face life's challenges with strength and adaptability. Emotional resilience doesn't mean that you won't experience pain or discomfort. It means that you can navigate difficult emotions without letting them define you. To build emotional resilience, focus on developing coping strategies, such as practicing gratitude, seeking social support, and taking time for self-care. Cultivating emotional intelligence also plays a significant role in emotional well-being. Being emotionally intelligent means being aware of your emotions and understanding how they influence your thoughts and behavior. It also means being able to empathize with others and manage your relationships effectively. Emotional intelligence can be improved by practicing mindfulness, developing better communication skills, and learning how to regulate your emotions during stressful situations. What's remarkable about well-being is that it's not compartmentalized. It's interconnected. Your physical health impacts your mental and emotional health, and vice versa. When you take care of one aspect of your well-being, you're also improving the others. For example, regular exercise not only strengthens your body, but also reduces stress and boosts your mood. Similarly, practicing mindfulness can help you manage your emotions, improve focus, and even enhance physical health by lowering blood pressure and improving sleep. The key is to see well-being as a holistic practice. Your mind, body, and emotions all need attention and care to function at their highest level. When you neglect one area, it can affect the others, creating an imbalance that prevents you from growing. But when you nurture all three, you create a foundation of health and resilience that supports every other aspect of your self-improvement journey. As you move forward on this journey, remember that well-being isn't a destination, it's a lifelong practice. You won't always be perfectly balanced, and there will be times when one area of your well-being needs more attention than the others. The goal is to remain mindful of these areas, prioritize self-care, and keep striving for balance in all aspects of your life. Physical, mental, and emotional well-being are the pillars of personal growth. Without a strong foundation of health and balance, it's challenging to pursue self-improvement in other areas of your life. By taking care of your body, cultivating mental clarity, and nurturing your emotions, you set yourself up for success. Growth doesn't happen in a vacuum. It requires a holistic approach that supports all parts of you. So, focus on your well-being, invest in yourself, and watch how every area of your life begins to flourish. As you continue your journey of self-improvement, one area that requires ongoing attention is your character and personality development. Who you are, your character, and how you interact with the world plays a huge role in your personal and professional growth. It's often said that the true measure of a person is not their achievements or external successes, but the depth of their character. Building resilience, humility, generosity, and mastering your craft are all key aspects of developing a strong and admirable character. Let's dive deeper into how these qualities shape who you are and how they impact your journey toward becoming the best version of yourself. Life is unpredictable. Challenges, setbacks, and failures are inevitable. No one is exempt from them. What truly defines you is how you respond to these challenges. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to learn from mistakes, and to continue moving forward even when things don't go as planned. It's not about avoiding difficulties or pretending that everything is fine. It's about embracing hardship as an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. Resilience is not something you're born with. It's a skill that you can develop over time. It's about cultivating a mindset that allows you to stay focused on your long-term goals, even when the short-term challenges seem overwhelming. One of the key traits of resilient individuals is their ability to maintain perspective. Instead of getting bogged down by failure or setbacks, they view these moments as temporary obstacles that can be overcome. So, how can you build resilience? One of the first steps is to reframe how you view failure. Instead of seeing failure as a reflection of your abilities, view it as a lesson. What can you learn from this experience? What can you do differently next time? This mindset shift allows you to embrace failure as part of the process and makes you more likely to keep trying. Resilience is built on the foundation of perseverance, the understanding that even when things don't go as planned, you have the strength to keep going. Another important aspect of resilience is self-compassion. It's easy to be hard on yourself when things go wrong, but that only reinforces negative thoughts and feelings. Instead, practice being kind to yourself when you face setbacks. Give yourself credit for the effort you put in, even if the outcome isn't what you expected. Self-compassion allows you to bounce back more quickly from challenges, as it removes the shame and self-criticism that often accompany failure. Humility is an often overlooked quality, but it's one that plays a vital role in personal development. Humility is not about thinking less of yourself. It's about thinking of yourself less. It's the ability to recognize that you are not perfect, that there is always room for growth, and that everyone has something valuable to teach you. Humility is about being open to feedback, accepting that you don't have all the answers, and being willing to learn from others. When you embrace humility, you open yourself up to new opportunities for growth. You are no longer attached to being right or better than others. Instead, you focus on learning and improving. Humility allows you to take constructive criticism without getting defensive, to listen to others without judgment, and to accept that failure is part of the process. Humility also enhances your relationships. People are naturally drawn to individuals who are humble because they feel safe, respected, and valued in their presence. Humble people are approachable, empathetic, and willing to put others before themselves. In the context of self-improvement, humility is a quality that encourages collaboration and connection. It helps you build stronger, more authentic relationships with others, which in turn supports your growth. One of the most powerful aspects of humility is its ability to create space for gratitude. When you are humble, you recognize the value in others and appreciate what they bring to your life. Gratitude, in turn, strengthens your emotional well-being, making it easier to stay positive and motivated in the face of challenges. Generosity is another essential trait that contributes to character development. Generosity isn't just about giving money or material possessions. It's about giving your time, energy, and attention to others. It's about showing kindness, offering support, and making a positive impact on the lives of those around you. Generosity is one of the most powerful ways to build meaningful connections and create a life of purpose. When you practice generosity, you shift the focus from yourself to others. This not only helps those around you, but it also nurtures your own growth. Generosity fosters a sense of fulfillment and joy that comes from knowing you've made a difference in someone else's life. Whether it's offering a helping hand, lending a listening ear, or volunteering your time. Generosity deepens your sense of connection with the world around you. Generosity is also deeply tied to emotional well-being. Studies show that giving to others can actually increase your own happiness and reduce feelings of stress. The act of giving releases oxytocin, a hormone associated with happiness and bonding, which helps to lower blood pressure and reduce anxiety. Generosity, therefore, is not just beneficial for others. It's also a powerful tool for improving your own mental health. The key to generosity is balance. While it's important to give to others, it's also essential to ensure that you are not depleting yourself in the process. Self-care is equally important, and you must make sure that you are giving from a place of abundance, not from a place of scarcity. The most effective generosity comes from a place of inner peace, where you can give freely without expecting anything in return. Another critical element of character development is the pursuit of mastery. Mastering your craft doesn't mean being perfect. It means committing to lifelong learning, continuous improvement, and the pursuit of excellence. Whether it's your career, a hobby, or a personal project, striving to master your craft is one of the most fulfilling ways to grow and develop. Mastery requires dedication, discipline, and a willingness to put in the work. It's easy to get distracted by the lure of instant gratification, but true mastery comes from consistent effort over time. The path to mastering your craft is paved with practice, experimentation, and the ability to learn from mistakes. There will be setbacks along the way, but each one provides valuable insight that helps you refine your skills. One of the key components of mastery is passion. When you're passionate about something, you're more likely to invest the time and energy needed to improve. Passion fuels persistence and resilience, even when progress is slow or when you encounter difficulties. Mastery is not a quick fix. It's a process that requires patience and a deep connection to the work itself. Mastering your craft also requires humility. As you grow and develop your skills, it's important to recognize that there is always more to learn. Even experts in their fields continue to study, practice, and refine their abilities. A true master is always open to new ideas, willing to adapt, and continuously striving to improve. Your character is the foundation of your success. Resilience, humility, generosity, and mastery are not just abstract qualities. They are the building blocks of a life that is fulfilling, meaningful, and impactful. As you continue your journey of self-improvement, remember that character development is a lifelong process. It's not about being perfect. It's about committing to growth, embracing challenges, and cultivating qualities that help you become the best version of yourself. By building a strong character, you enhance every area of your life, from relationships to career to personal well-being. A person with a strong character attracts positive energy, creates lasting connections, and leaves a meaningful legacy. So, as you work on developing your skills and achieving your goals, never forget to nurture your character. The inner qualities you develop will ultimately determine the success and fulfillment you experience on your journey. The path to self-improvement is not a destination. It's a continuous journey. Once you've established a strong foundation for growth through physical, mental, and emotional well-being, and developed resilience, humility, generosity, and mastery, it's time to turn your focus toward the next essential element of personal growth: goal setting. Goals are the roadmap that guide you on this journey, giving you clarity, direction, and a sense of purpose. In this section, we'll explore the importance of setting clear, actionable goals and how they are a vital tool in achieving self-improvement. Goals are more than just aspirations. They are the specific, measurable, and actionable steps that move you closer to the life you desire. Without goals, you can easily lose focus and direction. It's like setting out on a road trip without a map or GPS. You might drive for hours, but you'll end up nowhere specific. When you set clear goals, you give yourself a sense of purpose and an objective to work toward. Goals provide clarity in times of uncertainty and serve as a constant reminder of what you're striving for. Setting goals brings structure and focus to your life. They push you to think about what you really want, to get clear on your priorities, and to commit to actions that will move you toward those desires. A well-defined goal breaks down your larger vision into tangible steps, making it easier to stay motivated and track your progress. But beyond that, goals help you understand your own capabilities. They encourage you to step outside of your comfort zone and push past self-imposed limitations. When you set challenging but achievable goals, you are constantly testing your limits, discovering what you're capable of, and proving to yourself that you have what it takes to succeed. Not all goals are created equal. While it's easy to say, "I want to improve my health," or "I want to be successful," these broad goals lack the clarity and structure needed to drive real change. The SMART framework is a highly effective tool for setting clear, achievable goals that will keep you on track and motivated. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Let's break down what each of these components means and how they can help you set goals that are not only effective, but also motivating. Specific. A goal should be clear and well-defined. Instead of saying, "I want to be healthier," specify exactly what you want to achieve. For example, "I will walk 30 minutes every day for the next 30 days." This provides clarity on what you need to do and sets you up for success. Measurable. You need a way to track your progress. A goal should have measurable outcomes so that you can see how far you've come and stay motivated. For instance, if your goal is to improve your fitness, you might measure it by the number of steps you take each day, the number of workouts you complete, or even by tracking changes in your strength or endurance. Achievable. While it's important to challenge yourself, your goals should also be realistic. Setting a goal that is too lofty can lead to discouragement. Make sure the goal is attainable based on your current resources, skills, and time frame. For example, if you're just starting to exercise, a goal of running a marathon in a month might be unrealistic. Instead, aim for a smaller goal, such as running 5K after 2 months of training. Relevant. Your goal should align with your larger life vision. Ask yourself, why is this goal important to me? Will it bring me closer to becoming the person I want to be? Goals that are personally relevant will keep you motivated and connected to your deeper purpose. Time-bound. Goals should have a deadline. Giving yourself a time frame helps create a sense of urgency and keeps you accountable. For example, rather than saying, "I want to save more money," say, "I want to save $1,000 in the next 3 months." This adds focus and helps you prioritize your actions. Using the SMART framework, you can transform vague aspirations into actionable steps that move you forward. By setting specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals, you increase your chances of success and stay on track toward your larger objectives. Once you've set your main goals, it's time to break them down into smaller, manageable tasks. This is a critical step because large goals can often feel overwhelming and unachievable if you focus on them all at once. By breaking them down into smaller, bite-sized pieces, you create a clear action plan that is easier to follow and less intimidating. For example, let's say your goal is to write a book. The idea of completing a book might seem overwhelming, but if you break it down into smaller tasks, such as outlining chapters, writing 500 words a day, or completing 1 chapter each week, the goal becomes more manageable. These smaller tasks provide structure and clarity, helping you make steady progress. Each small task you complete serves as a milestone, providing a sense of accomplishment and momentum. As you cross off each task, you'll feel more motivated to continue moving forward. This approach also helps you stay organized and prevents procrastination, which often happens when goals seem too big or unattainable. Setting goals is only the first step. Staying motivated and committed to those goals is where the real challenge lies. As you work toward your objectives, there will inevitably be obstacles along the way, whether it's a busy schedule, lack of energy, or moments of self-doubt. Challenges are an inherent part of the process. But how you handle these challenges will determine whether you succeed or fall short. One effective strategy for staying motivated is to keep a clear visual representation of your goals. This could be a vision board, a checklist, or even a digital tracker that allows you to see your progress. Visual reminders help you stay focused and serve as a constant reminder of why you're putting in the effort. Another strategy is to create a support system. Having people who believe in you and hold you accountable can be incredibly motivating, whether it's a mentor, a friend, or a family member. Having someone to check in with and share your progress will help you stay on track and motivated, even when times get tough. Additionally, reward yourself along the way. Celebrate your small victories and acknowledge the effort you're putting in. Rewarding yourself keeps the journey enjoyable and provides positive reinforcement. These rewards don't have to be extravagant. Sometimes, Just taking a moment to reflect on your progress and appreciate how far you've come is enough to keep you motivated. Finally, be flexible with your goals. Life happens, and sometimes you may need to adjust your goals or timelines. If you encounter a setback or things don't go as planned, don't see it as a failure. Instead, view it as an opportunity to reassess, adjust, and move forward with renewed focus. Flexibility allows you to remain resilient and stay on course, no matter the obstacles. As you work toward your goals, it's important to regularly reflect on your progress. Reflection allows you to assess whether you're moving in the right direction, whether your goals are still aligned with your values, and whether your methods are effective. If something isn't working, don't be afraid to adjust your approach. At the end of each week or month, take time to evaluate where you are in relation to your goals. Are you on track? Have you hit any obstacles? If so, what changes can you make to overcome them? Reflecting regularly helps you stay accountable and ensures that you're making steady progress toward achieving your larger vision. Goal setting is not a one-time event. It's a lifelong practice. As you continue to grow and evolve, your goals will shift and change as well. What's important is that you always have something to strive for, something that keeps you moving forward toward the life you envision. By setting smart goals, breaking them down into manageable tasks, staying motivated, and adjusting as needed, you can achieve whatever you set your mind to. Remember that the pursuit of personal growth is an ongoing journey. The goals you set today will lead to new goals tomorrow. And with each step, you'll grow stronger, more capable, and more fulfilled. Embrace the process, stay focused on your why, and trust that the work you put in today will lead to the success and growth you desire. As you've seen, goal setting is an essential part of self-improvement, providing structure and clarity to your journey. However, the next step toward achieving personal growth is the importance of finding inspiration and motivation from both external and internal sources. Inspiration is the fuel that powers our goals, and without it, we can easily lose momentum and direction. The question then becomes, where do we find this inspiration, and how can we keep it flowing? External sources of inspiration can be a powerful force in propelling you forward. One of the most obvious external sources is other people. Think about the people who inspire you, the ones who have achieved greatness, faced adversity, or lived a life that you admire. These individuals, whether they are public figures or people in your own life, can offer valuable lessons that resonate with you and spark your own growth. Mentorship plays a significant role in this process. A mentor is someone who has been where you are, someone who has navigated the challenges you're facing, or who has succeeded in the areas you want to grow in. Mentors offer guidance, share their experiences, and provide the support you need to stay on track. They push you to be your best self and help you navigate the complexities of your journey. Even without a personal mentor, there are countless other ways to draw inspiration from others. Books, podcasts, TED Talks, or autobiographies of successful individuals are great places to find wisdom and inspiration. Sometimes, simply hearing someone else's story, their struggles and triumphs, is enough to reignite your passion and remind you of your own potential. The beauty of external inspiration is that it's readily available. You just need to seek it out. But remember, inspiration alone is not enough. It serves as the spark, but it's up to you to take action. Without effort, inspiration will fade, leaving you without the fuel to move forward. This is where internal motivation comes in. While external inspiration is helpful, the most sustainable form of motivation comes from within. Internal motivation is that deep, intrinsic drive that keeps you moving toward your goals, regardless of external circumstances. It's the quiet fire that pushes you to rise early, put in the extra work, and keep going, even when things get tough. The foundation of internal motivation is having a clear sense of purpose. When you have a deep understanding of why you want to achieve your goals, motivation becomes easier to maintain. It's not just about the rewards or recognition. It's about something much deeper. Perhaps it's about creating a better life for yourself and your loved ones. Or maybe it's about leaving a meaningful legacy. Whatever your why is, it's essential to connect with it regularly, to remind yourself of the bigger picture. Your internal motivation can also be cultivated by focusing on the process rather than just the outcome. It's easy to get caught up in the end result, but when you focus solely on the goal itself, the journey can feel burdensome and stressful. Instead, try to find enjoyment in the day-to-day efforts. Each small step you take toward your goal is an accomplishment in itself. Celebrate your progress, no matter how incremental it may seem. By shifting your focus to the present moment and appreciating the journey, you can cultivate a deeper sense of fulfillment and motivation along the way. When it comes to maintaining motivation, routine and consistency are powerful tools. Motivation often fluctuates, and there will be days when you don't feel as inspired or driven. On those days, a solid routine can carry you through. When you develop consistent habits, you don't have to rely solely on motivation to keep moving forward. You simply do the work, regardless of how you feel. Building a routine involves incorporating actions that support your goals into your daily life. These don't have to be monumental changes. Small, consistent actions over time lead to big results. For example, if your goal is to write a book, committing to writing for just 30 minutes a day can be enough to make significant progress. Over time, these small daily efforts compound, leading to lasting change. Consistency is also key in maintaining your motivation. The more regularly you work toward your goals, the more natural the process becomes. When you establish a routine, your actions become automatic, and the sense of accomplishment grows. The cumulative effect of your efforts keeps you moving forward, even when motivation wanes. Another crucial aspect of sustaining motivation is accountability. When you have someone to answer to, whether it's a mentor, a friend, or a group of like-minded individuals, it's easier to stay on track and motivated. Accountability partners help keep you focused, celebrate your successes, and encourage you during setbacks. Accountability goes beyond simply checking in with someone. It's about setting clear expectations and ensuring that you follow through on your commitments. When you make your goals known to others, it creates a sense of responsibility to not let them down. The more people you involve in your journey, the more motivated you become to succeed. It's easy to let yourself slide when no one is watching, but when you have a community that supports you, it makes it harder to give up. In addition to personal accountability, social support plays a significant role in motivation. Surrounding yourself with people who encourage and inspire you makes it easier to maintain momentum. If you're on a health journey, for example, having a workout buddy or participating in an online fitness group can provide the encouragement and motivation needed to stay committed. Positive social interactions create a network of support that fuels your growth. As you work toward your goals, you will inevitably face challenges. These obstacles may initially feel like roadblocks, and it's easy to get frustrated or discouraged. But people with a growth mindset see challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. Rather than shying away from difficult situations, they approach them with curiosity and determination. When you encounter an obstacle, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this experience help me grow? By reframing challenges as opportunities to learn, you shift your perspective from one of defeat to one of empowerment. Each obstacle is a lesson that can teach you something valuable about yourself, your approach, or the task at hand. One of the most important aspects of overcoming challenges is persistence. When things get tough, it's easy to throw in the towel, but true growth happens when you push through the discomfort. Persistence means continuing to move forward, even when the path is unclear or the results aren't immediate. By staying the course, you build resilience, strengthen your problem-solving abilities, and ultimately become better equipped to handle future challenges. While seeking external sources of inspiration is valuable, it's also essential to recognize that inspiration can be found in the everyday moments of life. Inspiration doesn't always have to come from grand accomplishments or profound quotes. Sometimes, it's found in the simplicity of everyday life, whether it's watching the sunrise, enjoying a walk in nature, or taking time to appreciate the people around you. Look for the beauty and lessons in the small moments. Every day offers something new to learn and appreciate. The more you open yourself to seeing the world with fresh eyes, the more inspired and motivated you will feel. Inspiration can be as simple as noticing the kindness of a stranger, the progress you've made toward your goals, or the satisfaction of completing a task. Inspiration and motivation are essential for self-improvement, but they require consistent nurturing. External sources of inspiration, such as mentors and role models, provide valuable guidance and wisdom. However, true motivation comes from within. By connecting to your purpose, cultivating internal motivation, and embracing routine and accountability, you can sustain your drive over the long term. Remember that motivation is not always about feeling excited and driven. It's about making consistent progress, no matter how small the steps may seem. Find inspiration in both the big moments and the small ones, and use it to fuel your journey. Stay committed, embrace challenges, and never lose sight of your goals. With the right mindset, persistence, and support, you can continue to grow, evolve, and achieve greatness. As you continue to move through the process of self-improvement, it's important to recognize the value of time. Time is one of the most precious resources you have, and how you manage it will determine the pace and success of your growth. Learning to make the most of your time is not only about being productive, but also about creating balance in your life so that you can focus on what truly matters. Time management is the art of organizing your day so that you can focus on your most important tasks while minimizing distractions. It's about being intentional with how you spend your time, rather than letting time slip away unnoticed. We all have 24 hours in a day, but how we use those hours can significantly impact our success and well-being. When you manage your time effectively, you create space for growth and ensure that you are consistently working toward your goals. One of the first steps in mastering time management is identifying your priorities. What are the most important things you want to achieve? What are the non-negotiable tasks that must be done each day? Once you have a clear sense of your priorities, you can allocate time to them, ensuring that they are consistently at the forefront of your daily routine. A helpful tool for time management is the Eisenhower matrix, which divides tasks into 4 categories: urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important. By classifying your tasks in this way, you can determine where to focus your efforts. Tasks that are both urgent and important should take priority, while tasks that are neither urgent nor important can often be eliminated or delegated. This method helps you eliminate time wasters and stay focused on what truly matters. Another essential time management tool is the Pomodoro technique. This method involves working in focused intervals, typically 25 minutes of work followed by a 5-minute break. After 4 intervals, you take a longer break. This technique helps you stay focused, reduces mental fatigue, and ensures that you take regular breaks to recharge. It's an effective way to boost productivity without burning out. While tools and techniques are helpful, the real key to effective time management is self-discipline. Time management requires the ability to stay focused and resist the temptations that can derail your productivity. In today's world, distractions are everywhere, from social media to endless emails to the lure of procrastination. Self-discipline is what enables you to say no to distractions and stay committed to the tasks that align with your goals. One of the most effective ways to build self-discipline is by creating a structured routine. A routine helps you eliminate the need for constant decision-making about what to do next, freeing up your mental energy for more important tasks. When you know exactly what you need to do and when to do it, you can work more efficiently and avoid wasting time on unproductive activities. Another important aspect of self-discipline is consistency. It's not enough to manage your time well for a day or two. You need to be consistent. The habits you form today will determine the quality of your tomorrow. Consistently sticking to your time management plan, even when you don't feel like it, is what sets successful people apart from those who struggle to make progress. Over time, this consistency becomes second nature, and your ability to manage your time effectively improves dramatically. One of the most common obstacles to effective time management is the tendency to engage in time-wasting activities. We all have habits that drain our time, whether it's mindlessly scrolling through social media, watching TV for hours, or procrastinating on important tasks. These activities may feel like a way to unwind, but they can quickly add up and take away valuable time that could be used for personal growth. The first step in eliminating time-wasting habits is becoming aware of them. Pay attention to how you spend your time throughout the day and identify activities that are unproductive or unnecessary. Once you've identified these habits, it's time to replace them with more constructive activities. For example, if you find yourself spending too much time on social media, set specific limits for how long you'll spend on these platforms each day. Alternatively, if you tend to procrastinate, break large tasks into smaller, more manageable steps to make them feel less overwhelming. It's also helpful to build accountability into your time management plan. Tell someone about your goals and time management strategies, and ask them to check in with you. Knowing that someone is holding you accountable can be a powerful motivator to stay focused and avoid distractions. While time management is largely about productivity, it's equally important to make time for rest and reflection. Rest isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. The more you give your body and mind time to recover, the more productive and effective you will be when you return to your tasks. Overworking and constantly hustling can lead to burnout, which ultimately slows down progress. Make sure to schedule regular breaks throughout your day and prioritize sleep to ensure that you are well rested and ready to take on the next task. In addition to physical rest, mental rest is also crucial. Practicing mindfulness or engaging in activities like meditation, journaling, or taking a walk can help clear your mind, reduce stress, and improve your overall well-being. Another important aspect of rest is reflection. Setting aside time for reflection allows you to evaluate your progress, reassess your goals, and make adjustments as needed. Reflection gives you the opportunity to see how far you've come, what's working, and what needs to be changed. This self-awareness is key to making consistent progress and ensuring that your efforts are aligned with your long-term vision. Effective time management also involves making time for the relationships that matter most in your life. Whether it's spending quality time with family and friends or nurturing romantic relationships, these connections are an essential part of personal growth. The support and encouragement you receive from loved ones can provide the motivation you need to stay on track and continue working toward your goals. Furthermore, personal growth requires time for self-care, hobbies, and leisure activities. It's easy to get caught up in the busyness of work and responsibilities, but it's essential to make time for the things that bring you joy and fulfillment. These activities allow you to recharge and give you the mental clarity needed to make better decisions and stay focused on your goals. Balancing time for relationships, personal growth, and work is a key component of time management. The most successful individuals are not just productive in their careers, they are well-rounded, nurturing meaningful relationships and prioritizing their own well-being. Creating a balanced approach to time management helps you avoid burnout and ensures that all aspects of your life receive the attention they deserve. Time management is not just about working harder, it's about working smarter. By learning to manage your time effectively, you create space for both productivity and rest, for growth and reflection. Time management is a tool that empowers you to achieve your goals and make the most of every day. When you use time wisely, you maximize your potential and set yourself up for long-term success. Remember that time is a finite resource, and every moment you spend is an opportunity to move closer to your goals. Make each moment count by being intentional with how you spend your time. With a solid plan, self-discipline, and the right mindset, you can accomplish incredible things and create a life that reflects your deepest values and aspirations. As you continue your journey toward personal growth, one area that is often overlooked, yet absolutely critical, is the development of emotional well-being. While physical health and mental clarity are important, it is your emotional health that determines how you handle stress, navigate relationships, and maintain resilience in the face of adversity. Emotional well-being is what allows you to stay grounded and balanced, even when life feels like it's throwing you curveballs. This section explores the vital role emotional well-being plays in personal development, how to nurture it, and the steps you can take to improve it in a sustainable way. Emotional well-being refers to the ability to manage your emotions, cope with stress, and build strong, positive relationships with others. It affects every aspect of your life, from how you handle challenges to how you relate to those around you. The better your emotional health, the more resilient you are in the face of setbacks, and the more equipped you are to navigate life's ups and downs with grace. Emotional well-being is also closely linked to physical and mental health. Studies have shown that individuals who maintain positive emotional health are less likely to experience chronic stress, anxiety, or depression. They are also more likely to have stronger immune systems, experience better sleep, and have more energy throughout the day. Essentially, taking care of your emotional health is not just good for your mind, it's good for your body too. One of the most crucial aspects of emotional well-being is emotional regulation. This refers to your ability to understand and control your emotional responses to various situations. When you are emotionally regulated, you are less likely to overreact to stress, anxiety, or frustration. Instead of letting your emotions control you, you can choose how to respond to them in a thoughtful and constructive way. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity. It's a crucial component of emotional well-being because it allows you to face difficult situations with strength, adaptability, and optimism. Life is full of challenges, from personal losses to professional setbacks, and how you respond to these challenges determines your overall well-being. Building emotional resilience involves developing a mindset that allows you to view challenges as opportunities for growth. When something doesn't go as planned, resilient individuals don't view it as a failure. Instead, they ask themselves, "What can I learn from this? How can I grow stronger from this experience?" This mindset helps you stay motivated and focused on finding solutions rather than dwelling on problems. One of the most effective ways to build emotional resilience is by practicing gratitude. Research shows that people who regularly practice gratitude experience higher levels of emotional well-being and are better able to cope with stress. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, helping you develop a more positive outlook on life. Start by taking a few minutes each day to reflect on what you're grateful for, whether it's your health, relationships, or the simple joys of life. Another key to resilience is self-compassion. It's easy to be hard on yourself when things go wrong, but this only exacerbates negative emotions. Instead, practice treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a friend. Recognize that it's okay to make mistakes and that you are still worthy of love and respect, even during difficult times. Self-compassion helps you navigate challenges with more patience and kindness, allowing you to bounce back more quickly. Stress and anxiety are inevitable parts of life, but learning how to manage them is crucial for emotional well-being. Chronic stress can lead to burnout, negatively impacting your mental health and physical health. Fortunately, there are several effective strategies for managing stress and anxiety. One of the most powerful tools for managing stress is mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of staying present in the moment, without judgment. It allows you to step back from your thoughts and emotions, creating a sense of calm and clarity. When you practice mindfulness, you become more aware of your emotional state and better equipped to manage stress in a healthy way. Mindfulness can be practiced in a variety of ways, including deep breathing exercises, meditation, or simply taking a few minutes throughout the day to check in with your emotions. You can also practice mindfulness during everyday activities, such as walking, eating, or listening to music. By incorporating mindfulness into your routine, you can significantly reduce stress and improve your emotional well-being. Another effective way to manage stress is through physical activity. Exercise is not only good for your body, but it also has a profound impact on your emotional health. Physical activity helps reduce stress hormones like cortisol and stimulates the production of endorphins, which are natural mood boosters. Whether it's a brisk walk, a yoga session, or a more intense workout, regular exercise can help you manage anxiety and stay emotionally balanced. Additionally, ensuring that you get enough rest is crucial for managing stress. Lack of sleep can heighten emotional reactivity and make it harder to cope with daily stressors. Prioritize sleep by establishing a consistent bedtime routine, avoiding screens before bed, and creating a restful environment. Emotional intelligence, or EQ, refers to the ability to recognize, understand, and manage both your own emotions and the emotions of others. High emotional intelligence is linked to greater success in both personal and professional relationships, and it plays a major role in your overall emotional well-being. People with high EQ are better at handling conflict, empathizing with others, and navigating complex social situations. The first step in developing emotional intelligence is becoming more self-aware. This means paying attention to your emotions and understanding how they affect your thoughts and actions. Practice observing your emotional responses throughout the day. How do you feel in certain situations? What triggers positive or negative emotions in you? By recognizing your emotional patterns, you can begin to manage your emotions more effectively. Empathy is another key component of emotional intelligence. Being able to understand and share the feelings of others allows you to build deeper, more meaningful relationships. To develop empathy, practice active listening. Instead of simply waiting for your turn to speak, listen attentively to what the other person is saying, both verbally and non-verbally. This shows that you value their perspective and strengthens your connection with them. Managing relationships is also an important aspect of emotional intelligence. Healthy relationships are built on trust, respect, and open communication. Developing emotional intelligence helps you navigate these relationships with greater ease, allowing you to resolve conflicts constructively, offer support, and strengthen your bonds with others. Building emotional well-being is not just about managing negative emotions. It's also about cultivating positive emotional habits that promote joy, fulfillment, and connection. Positive emotions like joy, love, gratitude, and compassion are vital for emotional health. They help you stay motivated, energized, and engaged in your personal growth journey. One of the best ways to cultivate positive emotions is through daily practices that foster a positive mindset. Start each day with gratitude, reflecting on the things that you are thankful for. Take time to engage in activities that bring you joy, whether it's spending time with loved ones, pursuing a hobby, or simply enjoying nature. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, support your growth, and encourage your success. In addition, practice acts of kindness and compassion. Helping others, whether through volunteering, offering emotional support, or simply being there for someone in need, can boost your own emotional well-being. Studies show that giving to others increases happiness, reduces stress, and fosters a sense of purpose. When you give, you receive in return, both emotionally and mentally. Your emotional well-being is a vital part of your self-improvement journey. It influences how you cope with life's challenges, manage relationships, and maintain resilience during difficult times. By prioritizing emotional health through self-awareness, stress management, developing emotional intelligence, and cultivating positive emotions, you create a strong foundation for growth. Remember, emotional well-being is an ongoing process. Just like any other aspect of self-improvement, it requires intentional effort and consistent practice. But the rewards are immeasurable. A healthy emotional state enhances every area of your life and sets you up for long-term success. By investing in your emotional health, you equip yourself with the strength, resilience, and positivity needed to pursue your dreams and overcome life's inevitable hurdles. As we journey further into the process of self-improvement, it's essential to remember that personal growth is not only about developing individual traits, but also about creating a life that is aligned with your values and aspirations. One area where this becomes especially evident is in the realm of relationships. The connections you cultivate with others have a profound impact on your personal growth and overall well-being. Relationships are mirrors that reflect who you are and who you're becoming. So it's crucial to invest in building strong, healthy relationships that foster mutual growth. Relationships play a critical role in shaping your life's journey. The people you surround yourself with can either support or hinder your progress. So it's essential to be intentional about the relationships you cultivate. The quality of your relationships, whether personal or professional, directly influences your emotional well-being, mental clarity, and overall happiness. Healthy relationships provide a foundation of support, encouragement, and understanding. They give you a safe space to express yourself, share your dreams, and seek guidance when needed. Furthermore, the people you connect with have the ability to challenge you, push you out of your comfort zone, and inspire you to become better. Great relationships are mutually beneficial. They allow both parties to grow, evolve, and learn from one another. The quality of your relationships depends on the energy you put into them, just as you nurture your own growth through self-care and development. So too should you nurture the connections that are most important to you. Strong relationships are built on trust, communication, and shared values, and they provide the support you need to navigate life's challenges. Building meaningful relationships starts with self-awareness and understanding what you value most in the people around you. Reflect on the qualities you admire in others, whether it's honesty, loyalty, kindness, or a shared sense of purpose. Once you've identified these values, seek out relationships that align with them. Surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals creates a positive and supportive environment for personal growth. One of the keys to building meaningful relationships is effective communication. Communication is the bridge that connects you to others, and it's essential for fostering understanding, resolving conflicts, and building trust. Practice active listening by truly hearing what others are saying, rather than simply waiting for your turn to speak. By showing genuine interest in the thoughts and feelings of others, you create deeper connections that strengthen your bond. In addition to active listening, being open and honest in your communication is vital. Vulnerability is a powerful tool for building trust and creating authentic connections. Sharing your thoughts, feelings, and experiences allows others to see the real you and encourages them to do the same. This openness fosters a sense of intimacy and closeness, which deepens your relationships and creates a foundation of mutual respect. One of the most significant aspects of healthy relationships is the ability to give and receive support. In any relationship, there will be times when you need help, guidance, or simply someone to lean on. It's essential to allow yourself to receive support when you need it and to be there for others when they need you. Support can take many forms, from offering emotional encouragement to providing practical help in times of need. The power of support lies in its ability to help you overcome challenges, gain perspective, and stay motivated on your personal growth journey. Similarly, by offering support to others, you create a sense of community and strengthen your connection. It's through these acts of kindness and reciprocity that relationships thrive and grow. Another critical aspect of support is the ability to give constructive feedback. Healthy relationships encourage growth and improvement, and feedback is a tool for fostering that development. Providing feedback in a constructive, thoughtful manner can help others identify areas for improvement, learn from their mistakes, and ultimately become better versions of themselves. Likewise, being open to receiving feedback helps you grow and refine your approach, ultimately making you more self-aware and adaptable. As you work to develop strong, meaningful relationships, it's essential to understand the importance of setting boundaries. Boundaries are the invisible lines that define where one person's needs and responsibilities end and where another person's begin. Setting healthy boundaries ensures that your relationships remain balanced, respectful, and sustainable. Boundaries allow you to protect your time, energy, and emotional well-being. Without clear boundaries, it's easy to become overwhelmed, resentful, or drained by relationships that demand too much of your time or energy. Learning to say no when necessary and prioritizing your own needs is an important skill that will help you maintain your sense of self and ensure that your relationships remain healthy. Setting boundaries also involves knowing when to walk away from toxic or unhealthy relationships. Not all relationships are meant to be long-term, and sometimes the best thing you can do for yourself is to let go of connections that no longer serve you. This might be a difficult decision, but it's an essential step in creating space for relationships that truly support your growth and well-being. As you pursue your journey of self-improvement, it's important to strike a balance between personal growth and the relationships you cultivate. While personal development requires a significant amount of focus and dedication, it's equally important to maintain the connections that nourish and support you. The key to success is finding a balance that allows you to grow as an individual, while also nurturing the relationships that matter most. To maintain this balance, regularly check in with yourself and your relationships. Are you dedicating enough time to your personal development? Are you giving enough time and energy to the people who matter most to you? Regularly assess your priorities and adjust your routine accordingly. Personal growth and relationships don't have to be mutually exclusive. They can complement and support each other when approached with intention and care. Another important aspect of balancing personal growth and relationships is understanding that personal development is a lifelong journey. It's okay to have phases where you focus more on one area than the other. Some seasons of life may require you to dedicate more time to personal growth, while other times may call for more focus on relationships. The key is to remain flexible and adaptable, always keeping in mind that both aspects are integral to a fulfilling and meaningful life. The people you choose to surround yourself with have a profound influence on your growth. Positive, supportive relationships can propel you forward on your journey of self-improvement, while toxic relationships can drain your energy and hinder your progress. Your relationships can either be a source of motivation, encouragement, and wisdom, or they can be a source of stress, negativity, and stagnation. As you continue on your path of personal growth, take the time to evaluate the relationships in your life. Are they supportive? Do they inspire you to be your best self? Do they challenge you to grow, learn, and evolve? If the answer is no, it may be time to reassess those relationships and make the necessary changes to align your connections with your values and goals. Remember, the journey of self-improvement is not meant to be traveled alone. While personal growth requires individual effort, it's the relationships we build along the way that make the journey meaningful. The love, support, and shared experiences with others are what enrich our lives and give our growth purpose. In the pursuit of self-improvement, relationships are just as important as personal development. Healthy, supportive relationships provide the foundation for growth, while toxic relationships can hinder progress. By surrounding yourself with people who inspire and challenge you, by setting clear boundaries, and by balancing personal growth with connection, you create an environment that nurtures both your individual development and your relationships. The key is to approach relationships with intention, understanding, and respect. Cultivate relationships that align with your values, prioritize open communication, and give back to others in meaningful ways. As you continue on your journey of self-improvement, remember that your relationships will play a significant role in shaping who you become. Invest in them, nurture them, and let them fuel your growth. As you continue building a life of growth, motivation, and emotional resilience, another fundamental aspect of self-improvement comes into focus: mastering your skills and refining your personal and professional abilities. Skill development is not simply about acquiring knowledge. It's about cultivating competence, confidence, and the ability to execute effectively in any area of your life. The pursuit of mastery has the power to elevate your personal growth, strengthen your character, and open doors to opportunities that might otherwise remain inaccessible. One of the cornerstones of personal development is continuous learning. Life is constantly evolving, and knowledge that is valuable today may become outdated tomorrow. By committing to lifelong learning, you not only enhance your skills, but also expand your understanding of the world, improve adaptability, and increase your overall capacity for success. Learning doesn't have to be formal or rigid. It can take many forms, from reading books, attending workshops, and taking online courses, to practicing new skills and observing experts in your field. The key is to stay curious and open-minded. Every experience, every conversation, and every challenge provides an opportunity to learn something new. By cultivating a habit of learning, you continually sharpen your skills, build confidence, and maintain the flexibility to navigate life's complexities. Continuous learning also fosters creativity and innovation. Exposure to new ideas and perspectives allows you to think differently, challenge conventional approaches, and solve problems more effectively. It encourages you to explore new possibilities and adapt to changing circumstances. In essence, learning is not just about acquiring knowledge. It's about developing the mindset and tools needed to thrive in a dynamic world. Mastering a skill is a deliberate, structured process. It begins with understanding the fundamentals and building a strong foundation. Whether you are learning a new language, mastering a musical instrument, or developing professional expertise, the basics form the framework upon which more complex skills are built. Mastery requires patience, persistence, and consistent practice over time. The next step is deliberate practice, focused, intentional efforts to improve specific aspects of your skill. Deliberate practice is different from casual repetition. It involves setting clear objectives, seeking feedback, and constantly challenging yourself to stretch beyond your comfort zone. For example, if you're improving your writing skills, deliberate practice might involve writing every day with a specific focus, such as clarity, tone, or structure, and then reviewing your work critically to identify areas for improvement. Feedback is an essential component of skill development. Constructive criticism from mentors, peers, or experts provides insight into what is working and what needs refinement. Learning to accept feedback without defensiveness is a hallmark of growth. It allows you to see blind spots, adjust your approach, and accelerate your progress. Remember, skill mastery is a journey rather than a destination. There is always room to refine, improve, and evolve. While mastering skills is crucial, it's important to balance this pursuit with other aspects of personal growth. Focusing solely on skill acquisition without nurturing emotional intelligence, resilience, or relationships can lead to an imbalanced life. True growth is holistic. It encompasses professional expertise, emotional health, interpersonal skills, and self-awareness. One way to achieve this balance is to integrate skill development into your broader self-improvement strategy. For instance, if you're learning public speaking, you're not only improving a skill, you're also boosting confidence, enhancing communication abilities, and building relationships. By viewing skill development through a holistic lens, you ensure that every new ability contributes to your overall growth and enriches multiple areas of your life. Curiosity is a driving force behind skill mastery. The desire to explore, experiment, and understand fuels motivation and deepens engagement with the learning process. When you approach skill development with genuine curiosity, challenges become opportunities, and mistakes are reframed as valuable learning experiences. Curiosity encourages exploration beyond comfort zones and fosters resilience, adaptability, and creativity. Exploration also helps you discover hidden talents and passions. By experimenting with new skills, you may uncover abilities you didn't know you possessed, opening doors to new personal and professional opportunities. Allow yourself to try new things, even if they seem unrelated to your current goals. Each new skill adds depth and versatility, strengthening your overall competence and confidence. Skill mastery directly impacts confidence. When you invest time and effort into learning and refining your abilities, you develop a sense of competence that translates into self-assurance. Confidence is not about arrogance. It's about knowing your strengths, trusting your capabilities, and being willing to take on challenges without fear of failure. Confidence gained through skill development also enables you to take action in other areas of life. It fuels your ability to pursue opportunities, make decisions, and influence others positively. When you combine skill mastery with emotional intelligence, resilience, and a growth mindset, you create a powerful synergy that propels you toward long-term success. Mastering any skill requires focused, uninterrupted time. Time management plays a crucial role in ensuring that you dedicate consistent effort to your growth. Identify your priorities, schedule dedicated practice sessions, and minimize distractions. By treating skill development as a non-negotiable part of your daily routine, you ensure steady progress and prevent stagnation. Focus is equally important. Avoid multitasking or dividing your attention between too many activities. Instead, give full attention to the skill you are working on. Immersive focus allows for deeper learning, faster improvement, and more meaningful engagement with the material or activity. Mastering your skills is an ongoing journey that requires commitment, curiosity, and perseverance. It's a process of continuous learning, deliberate practice, and self-reflection that deepens competence, builds confidence, and enriches your personal and professional life. By integrating skill development into your broader journey of self-improvement, you strengthen not only your abilities, but also your character, resilience, and sense of purpose. Every skill you acquire contributes to a richer, more fulfilling life. Each step forward, no matter how small, is progress that propels you closer to becoming the person you aspire to be. By approaching skill mastery with intentionality, curiosity, and consistency, you unlock potential that extends far beyond the specific skill itself, impacting every area of your life and setting the stage for long-term success. As you've made your way through the journey of self-improvement, it's crucial to recognize the role that purpose plays in driving growth and success. Having a clear sense of purpose is the ultimate source of motivation, direction, and fulfillment. Without purpose, even the best intentions can feel aimless or disconnected from deeper values. It is purpose that transforms daily actions into meaningful endeavors and challenges into opportunities for personal growth. In this final section, we'll explore how to discover and cultivate your purpose and how it drives all aspects of personal development. Purpose is the foundation upon which all your growth efforts stand. It's what fuels your motivation when things get tough, and it's what provides clarity when faced with decisions. Purpose gives your actions meaning. It's the reason you wake up every morning with a sense of determination, and the reason you keep pushing forward even when progress seems slow. A life driven by purpose is one that feels fulfilling, aligned, and driven by something larger than just personal ambition. Having a clear sense of purpose also makes it easier to set and pursue goals. When you know what you're working toward, every goal you set can be aligned with that greater purpose. Purpose acts as your compass, helping you navigate through the noise of everyday life and stay focused on what truly matters. It ensures that your actions, decisions, and even setbacks are meaningful and part of a greater journey. One of the most powerful aspects of purpose is its ability to create resilience. When you have a strong why, you can endure difficulties with a sense of resolve that makes the challenges feel worth it. Without purpose, setbacks can feel discouraging, and it's easy to give up when things get tough. But with purpose, each setback becomes a lesson, each failure an opportunity to learn and grow. Finding your purpose is often seen as a daunting task, but it's something that can be discovered through self-reflection, exploration, and a willingness to be vulnerable. The process of discovering your purpose is unique to each individual, but there are several ways to begin uncovering it. Start by reflecting on your values. What do you truly care about? What are the things that matter most to you? Your purpose is often rooted in these core values. If you're passionate about helping others, for example, your purpose might involve contributing to your community or working in a profession that allows you to make a positive impact. Another powerful way to discover your purpose is by looking at the moments in your life when you felt most alive. Those times when you were fully engaged, energized, and in flow. These moments often point to areas where your purpose lies. Whether it's in your career, hobbies, relationships, or volunteer work, those peak moments can give you clues about where your passions and purpose intersect. Your purpose may also evolve over time as you grow and gain more experience. Early in life, you might have a broad sense of what you want, but as you learn more about yourself and the world around you, your purpose may become more refined and specific. The key is to remain open to change and allow your purpose to evolve as you grow. Once you've identified your purpose, the next step is to align your actions with it. This requires being intentional about the choices you make and ensuring that they reflect your deeper values and aspirations. Every decision, whether big or small, should be evaluated based on how it brings you closer to fulfilling your purpose. For example, if your purpose involves helping others, you might align your career choices with opportunities that allow you to make a difference, such as working in healthcare, social work, or education. If you're passionate about personal development, you might dedicate time to learning new skills, attending workshops, and mentoring others on their own growth journeys. To ensure that your actions align with your purpose, it's helpful to regularly check in with yourself. At the end of each week, ask yourself, did my actions this week bring me closer to fulfilling my purpose? If not, consider what changes you can make to realign with your purpose. Purpose alignment requires ongoing self-awareness and a willingness to course correct when necessary. Your purpose doesn't only impact your personal growth, it also affects how you interact with others. When you're clear on your purpose, it's easier to attract people who share your values and passions. Your purpose acts as a magnet, drawing like-minded individuals into your life and fostering deeper, more meaningful connections. Purposeful relationships are based on mutual respect, shared values, and a collective commitment to growth. When you connect with people who support your purpose, they encourage you to stay true to your path, offer valuable insights, and help you overcome challenges. Similarly, by sharing your purpose with others, you inspire them to pursue their own growth and create a positive feedback loop of support and motivation. Purpose also enhances your ability to contribute to others' growth. When you are grounded in your own purpose, you become a source of inspiration and guidance for those around you, whether it's a colleague, a friend, or a family member. Your clarity of purpose can help others see the potential in themselves and motivate them to pursue their own journeys of self-improvement. In the professional world, purpose is a powerful driver of success. When you approach your career with purpose, you're more likely to experience fulfillment, drive, and long-term success. Purpose gives you the resilience to face challenges in the workplace and the motivation to work toward meaningful goals that align with your values. Professionals who are driven by purpose often experience higher levels of job satisfaction and engagement. They are more likely to stay committed to their work, seek out opportunities for development, and build strong relationships with colleagues. Purpose also helps you navigate career transitions, whether it's switching fields, starting your own business, or advancing within your current organization. When your work is aligned with your purpose, each task, no matter how small, feels more meaningful and satisfying. Additionally, having a clear purpose in your professional life can help you make better decisions. When faced with tough choices or ethical dilemmas, you can look to your purpose to guide you in making the right decision. Your purpose acts as a moral compass, ensuring that your actions align with your values and long-term goals. Living with purpose isn't just about achieving external success. It's about experiencing a deep sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. When you align your life with your values and work toward meaningful goals, you create a life that feels complete and rewarding. It's about knowing that your efforts are not in vain, that your work is contributing to something larger than yourself. Purposeful living brings clarity and direction, helping you navigate through the challenges of life with a sense of calm and focus. You become more confident in your decisions, knowing that you are acting in alignment with your deepest values. This clarity of purpose helps you stay resilient in the face of adversity, as you understand that the obstacles you face are simply stepping stones on the path to greater fulfillment. Ultimately, living with purpose means living a life that feels rich with meaning, connection, and growth. It gives you the drive to keep going even when faced with challenges, and it provides a sense of satisfaction, knowing that your actions are aligned with your truest self. Purpose is the thread that ties all aspects of personal development together. It's what drives you to grow, helps you stay focused, and empowers you to take meaningful action. By discovering your purpose, aligning your actions with it, and living authentically, you create a life that is full of meaning, joy, and fulfillment. Remember that your purpose is not static. It's an evolving aspect of your life that will continue to grow and shift as you do. Stay open to change, embrace new opportunities for growth, and always reconnect with your purpose to stay grounded and motivated. Living with purpose not only enriches your life, but also inspires others to pursue their own journeys of self-improvement. Purpose is the ultimate fuel for personal growth. When you have a clear sense of why you're doing what you're doing, everything else falls into place. So, take the time to discover your purpose, live it fully, and allow it to guide you toward the life you are meant to live.